Hello children. In today's class, let's understand the ozone layer. Why the nations of the world are so concerned about the thinning of the ozone layer. How does it affect our lives? So we have to think about this. Higher up in the atmosphere, the rays of the sun are extremely strong, and this heat converts the oxygen into a gas called as ozone. The ozone creates a blanket or a layer around the earth, protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet, that's UV rays of the sun. It also moderates the amount of heat that enters the earth's atmosphere, and this is particularly useful for people living in torrid zone. This zone receives the direct rays of the sun. The ozone layer absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation, which is extremely harmful for living beings. CFCs are emitted and reach the ozone layer. Harmful ultraviolet rays reaching the earth increase. What we need to understand is the ozone layer is not the problem. It is the thinning of this layer which is causing anxiety and worry. The technological developments of the last century led to the creation of new chemicals called chlorofluorocarbons, that is CFCs. Initially, we did not know of the harmful effects of CFCs. So, many manufacturers use them in many different products used in homes and in offices worldwide, like sprays, plastic plates and glasses, and refrigerators, and in coolers too. These CFCs do not break down easily, and once they are released into the atmosphere, they destroy the ozone layer. The nations of the world met to discuss the seriousness of the thinning of ozone layer, and for the first time since 1988, the ozone hole was smaller in size over the Antarctic Ocean in September 2017. The collective efforts of all the countries together helped in reducing the CFCs in the atmosphere. Now, HCFCs are being used in industrial machines and in refrigerators, etc. Earth's ozone hole shrivels to smallest since 1988. NASA has declared after studying the satellite measurements of the ozone hole in September 2017. We have to look at preserving the natural resources, and is everybody's job. Prevention is better than cure. Over centuries now, we have been making changes to the world to make our lives more comfortable. We don't own the earth. We are guests here. Let us not forget that if we change our world thoughtlessly, there will be nothing left for the future generations. Conservation. Conservation is the prevention of natural environment and efficient use of natural resources like water, air and land. So conservation of all the natural resources is very much important and is need of the hour. We should not make the mistake of thinking that because we can only do a little, we should do nothing at all. First of all, we need to reduce our needs, and there are simple ways of doing it. Reuse, reduce and recycle. How do we do it? Reduce our needs, reduce the amount of things we throw away. Walk or cycle for shorter distances instead of using automobiles. Use a carpool whenever and wherever possible. Don't waste electricity. Use energy efficient bulbs and appliances. Turn off lights and TV when not in use. Save water. Turn off the taps while brushing. Take shower shorter. Refuse to buy things that you don't need. Reuse things which are still in good condition. Buy refill packs for oils and liquid soaps and detergents. Use reusable grocery bags and lunch boxes. Repair things instead of throwing them. Recycle old things to make new things. Many things things can be recycled, like newspaper, magazines, old notebooks, all kinds of paper, cardboard boxes, juice and milk cartons, plastic containers, glass bottles and jars, soda cans, metal pots and pans, aerosol cans, paint tubes, etc. Before you throw anything, think, can it be turned into something new? Can someone else can use it? Waste segregation. These days we will notice many dustbins instead of one. The green one is usually meant for biodegradable waste, kitchen waste and other compostable waste. The blue one is usually meant for dry waste, which goes for recycling. We should always keep in mind these important words: use less, waste less, recycle more, for healthier environment, so that 50 years later also we will be able to live in harmony and nature and save the earth. Noise pollution. The noise from honking horns of vehicles, aeroplanes, factory machines and construction sites can damage hearing. Extra loud music and blaring loud speakers also pollute the environment. It affects our hearing and some people even turn deaf. They may not hear at all. The noise level even frightens the animals too. Have you observed how the stray dogs behave on Diwali night? With a loud noise, they act weird. There are signs on the roads saying no horns. These are mostly near the hospitals, offices, schools, colleges and place of relaxation, because that may disturb a lot. We should respect the rules. We should always remember a peaceful place is a beautiful place. Acid rain. When excess chemicals like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are released into the atmosphere due to human activity, that may be emission from industries, polluting vehicles, etc., it can lead to acid rain. When these gases meet the water vapor in the atmosphere, they produce acids, which then results in acid rain. Acid rain is very harmful for the plants, aquatic animals, buildings and monuments. Animals may die and plants get burned and buildings and monuments may get damaged due to this acid rain. The greenhouse effect. This is a gift given us by the nature. Certain gases in the air trap energy from the sun and keep the earth warm at a sustainable temperature. These heat trapping gases are called greenhouse gases. When there are more greenhouse gases in the air holds more heat. So, if the greenhouse gases increase due to human activity, it may lead to rising in temperature on the earth. In short, this is global warming.